Hi everyone. Hi sir. I'm Donna Clearsano from BSED from Group 5. My assigned topic is all about why the scrub needs to be managed and techniques used for managing scrub. Why the scrub needs to be managed. Scrub is an important wildlife habitat, whether it is a few isolated sharp young trees and a dense thicket. Left unmanaged scrub will develop into woodland. It requires periodic maintenance to return its character and value to wildlife. It may also needs managing to prevent it from retaining other wildlife, ecological, or landscape interest. Scrub is a natural part of other habitats, such as grassland and woodland, and an important component of the landscape. Will manage scrub and its support the range of wildlife. Scrub provide nectars, seeds, fruits, shelter, and a nest site of invertebrates, birds, and mammals. It also offers suitable habitat of many flowering materials. Also needs managing to prevent it from threatening other wildlife, ecological and landscape hunters. You can manage scrub using one or several of the following measures: creation or development. Increasing the extent of existing crops or creating new areas is a beneficial where there is a little or no scrub. You can achieve this through natural generation or planting or build on or to build another areas or another landscape. The word generation. This is the process of replacing or restoring damage or increasing cells, organ, even entire body parts of the full function of the plants or the animals. Through planting or regeneration, it can help the plants or the animals, the plants, through, through to manage the scrub. Restoration and maintenance. Where scrub has been neglected, you can increase its structural and species diversity through restoration. Periodic management is then required to maintain diversity. Through restoration, it can increase its structural and species diversity. The third one is the reduction. If scrub in encroaching on habitats of higher conservation value, for example, an improved grassland admit necessary to reduce the amount of scrub. Some major cause of wildlife reduction: overexploitation of natural resources, overhunting or overfishing of forest logging threatens the largest number of species, agriculture, the expansion of land for crops, livestock, timber, agriculture is another leading threat. This is driven by habitat loss, livestock exploitation, and agricultural pollution. Reduction means the act of processing, reducing, the state of being reduced. The next is eradication, where scrub composition is predominantly invasive, non-native species and is damaging other habitats. Eradication may be desirable. Why do non-native invasive species cause so much harm? Invasive species are capable of causing extinction of native plants and animals, reducing biodiversity, competing with native organisms for limited resources, and altering habitats. This can result in huge but economic impacts of fundamental disruption of coastal and Great Lakes ecosystem. Invasive species can harm both the natural resources in an ecosystem as well as threaten human use of these resources. An invasive species can be introduced to a new area via the ballast water and intentional and accidental released aquacultural species, aquarium specimen, or bait and other means. Invasive species are animals or plants from other region of the world that don't don't belong in other environment. They can be introduced to an area by ship, ballast water, accidental release, and most often by people. Invasive species can lead to be extension of native plants and animals and destroy biodiversity, permanently alter habitats. Next is the techniques used for managing scrub. First is planting and showing. Planting is a very important because it also help us recharge ground water supply, prevents transport chemical into stem as well as prevent flooding. Provide us food while its fallen leaves also make good compost and improve the quality of soil. Being with nature improves cognitive function. Natural regeneration should be encouraged, but for quick result, plant with heaps of local provenance and from sustainable sources. Next is manual or machinery for improvement, maintenance, reduction, or eradication. Whether hand tools or large-scale machinery is used for scrub management will depend on the extent of the scrub and site ground condition. It is important to use tool appropriate to the tax and ground condition, ranging from handheld tools, mower, chainsaw to tractor, mountain hedge cutter for evacuators. The last is grazing for improvement, reduction, or eradication. Grazing improve and maintains the edge of scrub and help with reduction and eradication. The result will largely depend on type of livestock used for palatability of the scrub, and grazing can also help us to prevent scrub encroachment and reduce cover of dominant species, thus helping to maintain open vegetation structure required as well as to similar displacement effect to moving grazing has to cause damage to habitats and destruction.